Wrightington, 42 North Avenue, and I am the chairman of the Attleboro Historical Commission. Thank you for this opportunity to speak again. I came before you 3 weeks ago when about the proposed demolition of the Tappan house. And I told you the Commission's mission is to preserve our historical assets here in the city. Since then, many things have happened. There's been a lot of articles in the Attleboro Sun Chronicle. There's been a video produced by the local access that played, they ran it 3 or 4 times a day for a week. And I started to receive phone calls after these things had happened. An architect called me and said that he would like to work with the hospital on a plan that would save the Tappan house and still accomplish what they wanted to with their expansion. It was Scott Winkler. He's a member of our own planning board. A construction company called me and wanted to be a part of saving the Tappan house. A videographer called, and he was interested in putting a video on the internet. It was Wayne Garapi, and he's here tonight. He was featured in the Sun Chronicle himself the other day about all of his videos. A landscape architect called me and volunteered his services. But most of all, many very concerned citizens called me, and they all had ideas and suggestions on what should be done to preserve the Tappan house. Besides receiving all these calls, I started making a lot of calls. Scott Winkler put a petition on the internet. He started it online, and it went all over the world. Attleboro doesn't really know about it yet. I gave the website to George Rhodes tonight so that he can put it in the Sun Chronicle. But so far, there's been people from Greece, England, South Africa, Portugal, Spain, all saying, please save the Tappan house. And it just fascinated me. And these people don't know where Attleboro is or what the Tappan house is, but they're just in favor of preserving history. And they believe that these historic landmarks should be remain standing. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. We need to find new uses for our old buildings and let them live on. The Tappan house could live on as a bed and breakfast or a museum, or one person who called me said it could be a transition house for the hospital, for patients waiting for nursing home beds. She evidently had a friend in the hospital who had to wait 6 months in the hospital for a bed in a nursing home, tying up a hospital bed that whole time. So a transition house is something that would be between those 2 points. We've got to convince the hospital to give us more time. If you can do anything at all, if you could just try to convince the hospital that we need more time. We've got to find the new use, and then we've got to accomplish it. Maybe when the hospital sees that we've had a lot of people show up about the Tappan house, they'll rethink their decision. They could go upwards with a multi-story building. They could build a multi-level parking garage, like I mentioned before, and that would make room for a lot more expansion. We appreciate all the hospital does for the community, and we'd like to work with them. But Tappan House needs a new purpose so it can continue to be a monument to our heritage. Please pass your resolution that you're working on. If that helps at all, it would just be wonderful to have that passed. I'm very gratified at the turnout here tonight. Sometimes here with the Commission, we feel as though the city isn't that historically minded, but then we have something like this and it really keeps us going. Give yourselves a round of applause for all showing up tonight. You're my motivation, and I'm still thinking positive, and I'm still wearing Mr. Tappan's bracelet like I have been every day since this started. So that's all I've got to say this time.
I support what you're doing. Obviously,
Thank you.
Private property is going to move past it, hopefully, but I don't know what there is. But whatever happens to the taxi family, I'm just curious.
I know the granddaughter is still alive. I believe she lives with her daughter in Maine, maybe. I'm not sure. She's, oh, it's in New Hampshire. Okay, New Hampshire.
I was just wondering, in all of this interest that you've had from overseas, do you have a website, correct?
Well, Scott Winkler put it on a website that's called Petition. Yeah, the Petition Site. That's the name of it. The Petition Site.
I was wondering if maybe you had a donate button. Donate button out there.
Oh. I don't know if there's a part of that or not. I don't know. But yes, that could be done. If something comes to be that we would need the donations, then maybe we could look into that, definitely. I just found it fascinating that all of these people, I mean, he put it on at 11:30 at night, and during the night, of course it wasn't night where they were, but all of these people started signing this petition. I'm glad to hear that historic preservation is alive somewhere. Okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.